So straight back in with a real live wire opponent. You and Nick very similar in size and probably experience, both somewhat late starters. With Fabio Wardley having vacated the English title, I guess you guys are both looking to get straight back into the sort of mid-tier title picture with an impressive win in a fortnight.
Yeah, obviously you've hit the nail on the head. We're both very similar. You know, we got into boxing late off the back of being in another sport. And I think we both know we're worth. And you know, we're ready to meet each other to see where we need to go next. And looking forward, fair play to Nick for taking the fight, and I'm sure he'll say the same about me. But we don't want to, you know, fight 12, 13, 14 and then look to stepping up. We haven't got time behind us. So, you know, it's a good fight that was being made by Sky Sports and by Boxer itself. Did you get any of that? Or?
Thanks, Steve. Yep.
Hi, Steve. Tom from Boxing Social. Yeah, good, mate. A shock defeat to Shane Gill looks like it might have hampered your progress in the division a bit. Do you feel like going in the away corner against a tough opponent like Nick Campbell, this is your route to get back on track and silence any doubters?
Listen, doubt as you know, I don't look back and think about anything. It's about looking forward, and like I've just said there to the last person, you know, I appreciate Nick taking this fight, and we both know where we need to get to. We haven't got age behind us, and we're both in each other's ways to progress. And you know, we've both. It's a good fight that we've made, and fair play to Nick for taking it. I'm sure he'll say the same about me. And as I say, we both know where we want to get to in a short term. And Saturday the 17th, we'll both be going for that win to progress it to that level. You know.
People often say you learn more from a defeat than from your wins. What did you learn from the defeat to Shane Gill?
That I can take a shot. Listen, you mentally. There's no explaining how you feel after a loss. There's no getting. You can't learn. You know what comes from it, and it's a judge of character of yourself and who you've got around you that brings you from feeling down there to bringing you back up there and making you ready to go again. And you know, I always say, you know, you're driving a car, you look through your rear view mirror, you're looking back. If you look through your rear view mirror the full time, you're going to crash. You look at what's forward, you look at what, you know, you look past that, and that's all I can do. I can't change anything. So it's about the 17th of December now, and Shane Gill's forgot about, and that's that.
By taking a tougher fight as this, is this a bit of a signal of intent from you that you're going to take on all comers?
It's where, as I say, it's where I know I had to go, and I'm sure Nick feels the same. And it's as tough a fight for Nick as it is for me. And you know, we've both took the fight, which shows what we are in the sport. As I said earlier, we know where we need to get to, and we're both in each other's ways to get to where we need to get to. And it shows the character, I think, of we're both, that we've both accepted this fight. Because there's too many people, you know, want to be bubble wrapped and mollycoddled to get 12, 13 and 0, whereas me and Nick are meeting early on in our careers, and I've had my 0 taken off me, and obviously Nick's going to be looking to 6 and 0, and I'm going to be trying to stop that from happening.
Is it fair to say there's a good level of respect between you two then?
I've got respect for anybody that walks through them ropes, and I respect Nick. By the way, if Nick can, happy birthday.
Cheers,
I respect Nick as a man for I respect every male or female that steps through them ropes. And as I say, my respect for Nick will be the exact same until that bell goes on December the 17th, and I'm sure he'll have the same, because you know, this fight doesn't need build up by me telling him he's a prick, him telling me I'm a prick, and there's no need for that to happen. The fight will be made and it'll build itself up from the pair of we're being who we are and the fight as we are, and the fact that we're both going to go for the win, and that's enough to build the fight up.
Nice one. Cheers, mate.
I'm just going to take a second just to introduce Nick, because he's on the line with us now as well. So any questions for Nick, raise your hand, chime in. And Nick, thanks for joining us. I know you've been listening for a few minutes. I'll start off just by asking, you know, you still got your 0. Steve mentioned that he's had his taken away. Who do you think the pressure is on here?
To be honest, I've never really looked at my, you know, the 0. I lost my 0 in the amateurs. I know how it feels to lose. I've lost loads of times in life, so it's all about how you rise up from it and come again. And I take every fight one step at a time. I'm not looking at, you know, past this fight. It's very much, you know, in the forefront of my mind what happens in the December the 17th. So I'm not really looking into records, and I've still got my 0. He's lost his. It's all about who wins on the 17th of December, and that's all it is for me, really.
Is Steve taking a big roll of the dice here, do you think, taking this fight against you at this stage?
I think we both are. If you look at it on paper, I'm 5-0, he's 5-1. Both big, strong men, both can punch, both pose a threat to anybody. So, listen, fair play to him. Like you said, he's got my respect. I've trained like an absolute demon for the past 20 weeks. That's how much respect he's got from me. I knew that this was a potential fight that could happen. And I've prepared myself the best I possibly can. I'm not looking for any excuses on the 17th of December. I'm going in there to, you know, look good, prove a lot of doubters that we both have wrong, put on a hell of a fight for everybody in Bournemouth, and I come out with a victory. That's all I'm there to do. But like I say, he has my respect, and I've trained very, very hard for this fight.
Excellent, thanks. And now we'll open it up for questions. Ra Holcomb, I think you're first.
Hi, Nick. Obviously, you had that great win over your fellow Scotsman, historic win, I believe.
Yeah.
Been inactive since then. Obviously, it's quite a different in terms of styles. Probably for Steve as well. You're both now sort of the same height, same sort of dimensions. Is this going to be two behemoths clashing? Can we expect a big knockout? And a little aside, you're both gentlemen outside of the ring, but tell me, who's harder, Glaswegians or Geordies?
Well, we'll find out, won't we, on the December the 17th. I don't think there's any point me telling you I'm harder, he's harder. We'll find out on the 17th. The only thing I will say is they built a wall around Scotland to keep us out, so read into that how you want. But I think it's a great fight. Obviously, I've had a wee bit of a layoff since the victory against Jay, which wasn't ideal, but listen, like I said, there's no excuses. I've been training hard for the past 20 weeks. Put everything into this training camp, you know, tried to get the best spanner I can, travelled around, you know, doing everything I possibly can to get the best work possible. Like I said, Steve has my respect, and for that reason, I've trained as hard as I possibly can, left no stone unturned. And like I say, I'm coming to win on December the 17th when 2 18-stone men step into the ring and start trading there. There's a good chance somebody's going to get knocked out, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Thanks, Nick. Next, we're going to go to Gol Yakub from Boxing King.
Question for both of you. You're both way up north fighting in Bournemouth. Are you both slightly gutted the fight's not in the northeast somewhere, or potentially on the Josh Taylor Catterall undercard?
Go on, Nick. I'll let you answer first.
No, listen. Anytime you get an opportunity to fight on Sky Sports, one of the biggest sporting platforms in the world, it's an honour. So it could, you know, be in Wembley or Bombay. It doesn't really make any difference to me. I'm just privileged to get the opportunity to fight on Sky Sports, promoted by Boxer, and I think, you know, like I say, wherever it is, it's an honour to fight live on TV.
I think Nick's just took the words out of my mouth. It doesn't matter where it is. It wouldn't matter whether it be in Scotland, Newcastle, Liverpool, Bournemouth, further down in Devon, Cornwall. I think we're both fighting men. We both know where we want to go. We both know what we need to do. So I don't think it's any relevance on where the fight is, to be honest. And appreciate Sky Sports and Boxer for making this happen.
And last question for you, Nick. How much did you learn about yourself in the last fight against Jay McFarlane? Because a lot of people were picking Jay to obviously beat you in that fight, and you overcame him.
Yeah, I mean, I knew myself I would beat Jay. He doesn't live the life. He's game as they come. He's a tough man, but I just knew I had the measure of him. But listen, I ticked a lot of boxes in that fight. I felt on, how much heart I've got and how much determination I have to win. He had a couple of little bits of success near the end of the fight before he got stopped in the 7th. So I feel as if I ticked a couple of boxes. And listen, if you want to be a successful professional boxer, you need to have heart, you need to have determination. So I think I learned that I've got that, and I think I maybe showed a few people as well that I'm a wee bit better than they thought.
And Steve, last one for you. Could you, in your Drago voice, send a message to Nick as to what's going to happen on the 17th?
I'm putting under the spot now.
It can't be called Drago and not at least be prepared.
I'm Disney Drago though, so I'd rather sing him a song or something. Well, listen, I will break you.
That's good enough. Cheers.
Hey Nick, Nando pound for pound boxing.
Nando, how you doing?
Good, mate. Good, thank you. I was there when you became Scotland's first heavyweight champion in 71 years in February. We know that it's been announced that there's going to be the rematch of Catterall and Josh Taylor next year in Glasgow. How much does that give you motivation to beat Steve and to get onto that card next year?
To be honest, I've not even considered it. Like I say, I'm fully focused on the December the 17th. If I don't take care of that, it's irrelevant. So I'm not thinking past this fight on the 17th of December. And I know myself that if I go in there, do what I need to do and put on a good performance, that'll all take care of itself. So naturally, being the proud Scot I am, that, yeah, any opportunity to fight in Scotland would be amazing. But it's just fully focused, laser locked in on 17th of December.
Brilliant.